All right, we're here.
Is this the new banner for Nebula? I like the squids. Also, the Law has probably the highest quality banner we've seen so far.
It's true.
All right, Law first phase ban Tiny. This is not anything new. They first phase ban Tiny every single game they've played so far in League of Lads. I'm thinking they probably just don't have a Tiny player and they don't want to play against it. I don't blame them. And the Techies ban from Nebula. The Law has picked it. They have a 50% win rate only out of 2 games, but I wouldn't want to play against Techies, so kind of an annoying hero. What do you think?
I don't blame them. If they pick techies, I just don't want to play against the hero.
Yeah. Void Spirit. It's a good pick for them. They have run Void Spirit already once so far. To be fair, they've only had 2 series so far in League of Lads on the side of the Law, but they did win their game with Void Spirit. It's a fairly good game. Clockwork, another hero, very good right now. Arc Warden. It's on. Let me 1 second. Do any of their players play Arc Warden?
By the way, I think everyone. Oh wait, no, the Law. Never mind. I don't know. Standings look confusing.
Yes. Phoenix, another common ban, or another obvious ban here. Nebula, when they cannot get, Phoenix is a very popular 4 for them. They've played him most of the games they've ran so far in League of Lads. And I just found out Colonel Squid does play Arc Warden. Trying to find out how much, though.
Did you hear that grunt of pain from Windrunner being banned?
Okay.
That was wild. I didn't realize that. I've never noticed a hero like using a voice line when they got banned. That was strange.
No, yeah.
Anyways, Bulljack's not on Witch Doctor probably.
No, no Bulljack's Witch Doctor, one of his more popular heroes so far, in his 5 pool. I did find out, I got word, Colonel Squid does play Arc Warden. Nothing on his competitive profile at this point in Arc Warden, but he has, what's the exact number here? 81 games overall in his pub history, only a 44% win rate though. So an odd pick to come out this early, I think.
Oh, we got another Faceless Void ban.
Faceless Void, that hero, as you said many times, he just takes over the game after a certain point, especially against heroes like Void Spirit. Not fun to play against.
Will he have 100% ban rate in every game that we can? We'll find out.
I think so. He's so far, the Riki ban, a hero that the Law has ran, not as popular these days, but they do run it, so I don't blame Nebula for banning it, because it's also very good against the Arc Warden. Although you have the Vengeful, but maybe you just don't want, because he can still get on top. He's got another Blink Strike, right? You know. What I'm waiting for is they have. I'm wondering to see where this Void Spirit will land, because the Law has been liking this 3 CK a bit, and I kind of want to see it played a little bit.
And I feel like 3 CK ever since they changed over the crit, is just bad. Like with the reliable heal, it's pretty good, but now it's just pray you get the lifesteal proc enough to survive the lane.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
Can't just walk up and get that free CS anymore.
And I'm wondering where it came from, because the guy who, Clan Burglar, doesn't have any history playing that other than on this team. So I'm wondering if that's an idea that came from QSS or someone else on the team. Because it doesn't seem like something he does a lot.
Maybe. But we've got the bans out of the way. Anti-Mage banned again. Never will you get to see your new waifu.
Oh. Dude, although... Okay, I forgot about her. Dude, she might... We gotta redo our rankings again. Anyways, Anti-Mage, a very good hero against the Arc Warden with the ability to blink on top of him. And yeah, he's very mobile. Arcworm doesn't like playing against very mobile cores. Anti-Mage just doesn't have to fight Arcworm when he wants to fight. And he can split the map almost as well as Arcwarden, if not better at times. So it really negates a lot of Arcwarden's strengths, the Anti-Mage.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking here? I'm thinking, I don't know. It's the mid laner on the side of Nebula plays the Arcwarden, so I think they have the mid laner at this point.
Well, Rubik's always a good hero. I always like Rubik.
You know. Yeah, you're the Rubik player. How do you feel about him with the current heroes he's playing against, the spells he has to steal here?
I mean, there's nothing amazing, but like, even in a bad Rubik game, you're always fine on Rubik because you're never gonna complain about having a spell. There's no Rubik spells really yet.
No.
For him, like, there's nothing that jumps out as a great steal. I mean, maybe if you can get the remnant from Void Spirit, you can do some stuff. You can do some wacky shenanigans with Clockwork Pushback, but none of that's super duper amazing. Yeah, it's really just going to come down to what the next picks are. But he's always good.
Yep, and also just dissuade the team from, makes them think twice, the enemy team, about picking some of the bigger ultimates. They can still pick it, but it makes you think twice, saying, oh, well, they can just turn it on us. And another thing to note, ever since the changes a while back, Rubik he's, as you were saying, never really bad, because any spell he steals is just inherently better than the original spell.
Also, he crushes lane really easily with his Fade Bolt. It's way too strong, even after the changes.
Fade Bolt used to be considered really shit a few years ago, but it just got power creeped into this. It's really good, because the damage and the attack reduction, just crazy.
It's also... this didn't update, hold up. It's also the fact that on the Fade Bolt, like, the meta's kind of shifted in the off lane to be more about using spells to secure range creeps, and Fade Bolt has no cast time and a pretty good range. And I pick a Tide Hunter! Tide Hunter, one of the good heroes, into Rubik, because it's virtually impossible to steal Ravage, unless you have, like, a Blink Dagger or something.
I don't know, I was watching some RUTL games last season, and I saw... There was a game, I can't remember who it was. I saw Rubik steal Ravage 3 times in a row, and won every single team fight.
Dang. Yeah, well, it should be hard, right? Because the range on Ravage is really long, and you can't really walk into it. And
no, you have
Tide
your
can anchor smash during the Ravage, so you basically have to... the Tide has to make a mistake, or the Rubik has to have a blink.
Well, what you could do, because the Ravage takes travel time, so you can technically steal as it's traveling.
You'd have to already be facing him. But we got Lifestealer!
Yes. Lifestealer, a hero that Nebula has favored a fair amount so far. They seem to like these very traditional carries, I've noticed. These carries that you can just sit in the lane. Once you get their lane started, they're just going to do their thing. They like the Juggernauts, the Wraith Kings, the Lifestealers, etc. Very survivable cores they seem to favor. And it's worked out for them so far. Also, very good against Tide Hunter and Void Spirit with the magic immunity. And just kind of walking at them. Tide Hunter not really liking to lane against Lifestealer, in my experience.
Yeah, my only concern is there's enough lockdown that they can, lock down the Lifestealer from full to zero, like a hook, into a pushback, into a remnant, into a ravage. You can't turn on that BKB while you're stunned.
No. But that's the case with any core, though, if you think about it, I think. But you are right, that's a very weakness of Lifestealer.
Yeah, and Alina. That's even more lockdown.
I think that Lena's probably a 5, I want to say. And I think Void is probably the 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Because the law has ran Void Spirit, it has been a 2. To my knowledge, I will double check, though. It's only been 1 game, and it was a 2. Okay. So, yeah. And they did run it with a Lifestealer. And that game they had the 3 CK and it worked out. So, but the Tide Hunter, I think, honestly, I like it better than the CK.
Radiant just skipped the ban. They ran out of time.
All right, is this okay? bet how much you want to say this was on purpose. No, they skip a ban.
Sure.
They just banned it now.
Nope, they skipped the ban. This is the last ban in the phase.
Oh,
Look.
you were right. Oh, wow. It's just the graphic put it. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. All right. That was probably a mistake, I'm betting. All right, PL ban, PA ban. Obviously, they're thinking it's a carry, just like we are.
Yeah, I mean, a PL
I
ban
think they're
into
right.
the Axe ban makes sense. That's a good counter to the hero. Instead, they'll pick up the CK.
All right, I'm interested to see where this goes because the 2 games they've ran CK so far, he has been in that 3 position. But perhaps that's why they've been running him in the 3 position, so they can have him as this flex, and so teams that do their research see the Tide Hunter, don't think he's coming out.
Tell you what, an aggro try with the CK actually looks pretty terrifying right now. If you put the
With
Tide
the-
solo in the safe lane.
Oh, you're not wrong. But not so much anymore. Timbersaw, I think, excellent last pick here. Very good against 2 of the cores on the side.
It's a lot of
The
magic
law.
damage, though.
I mean, yes, but here's the thing: once you use Laguna Blade and like some of the Void Spirit bursts, what do you do if he doesn't die immediately?
Wow. I feel like the Void Spirit plus Laguna should probably be enough.
With a hood?
There's other spells. There's the Light Strike Array and the
Fair enough. I think
the Dragon Spirit.
I think it comes down to skill matchup here on that regard. I think if this Timbersaw gets ahead, then the side of the law will have a very hard time. Also, I think this eliminates the possibility of running that aggro try maybe, because I don't know if you want to solo the Tide into the Timber.
Yeah, that would be rough. Rough-a-do.
So your predictions for this game?
Dude, I feel like every time we predict, we're wrong.
So let's just keep doing it. It's fun.
But I like Dire more. I'll tell you what.
You like Dire more. You like the Arc Warden here. All right. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna disagree with you for
My
the first
concern
time.
is who's the damage dealer on Radiant? Because CK is just gonna get eliminated by Fade Bolt and Timber.
Fair. I think. All right, here I'm gonna make an argument. I'm gonna go against you for the first time so far. We've been in agreement every time of our cast so far, but I look at this Arc Ward and I look at this Lena with this Void Spirit and this Clockwork, and I worry, and also CK with Reality. I worry that he's not gonna have a game. And although I'm forgetting the Lifestealer, Lifestealer could just take over this game. But I think so far the Law has looked really good with their CK, so I'm gonna trust.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Also, a slight note that we didn't talk about Rubik. Very good. The steal, very nice into both CK and Lena. Those are 2 very good Rubik
Very good,
heroes.
very true.
The Chaos Bolt is actually kind of insane.
Oh, on
On
Rubik, you're
Rubik,
not wrong. Maybe
'cause it's
okay.
4-second
a
stun
prediction.
that gets amplified an extra 40%. So that's
Rubik
like a
starting-
6-second stun.
All right, I'm not a Rubik player. I haven't watched enough Rubik games recently to know, so I'm gonna show my lack of knowledge here. What's the Rubik boots first meta here?
I mean, Boots First is fine. I think it's fallen out of favor a little bit because usually you only go Boots First, like when you're looking to gank mid. And if it is a mid Void Spirit, which it looks like it is, it's a very hard gank to gank.
Yes, very hard gank to gank. Very good.
In my personal playing of the hero, I much prefer Tango Bassi if you're staying in the lane for more Fade
Okay.
Bolt spam. But I think Tango Boots is fine. Especially, I mean, it's going to depend a lot on the lanes that they choose. But if he goes up against Alina, he's probably going to have a bad time because Lena's attack range is just so ridiculous.
Lena also went boots starting mirroring the Rubik. So with her attack range and what is the move speed on comparatively? They have equal move speed then? Yeah, I think Lena's gonna have a lot better time here.
Yeah, I mean, Lena's kind of one of those natural lane winners. Has been for a long time. The reason why she was like first picked every game like 6 months ago. Maybe it was a
You're
bit
not wrong.
longer than that.
I think it was pre-Rona actually. I think it was like back in
So
January.
look at this, man. The clock also has Boots Tango.
And Clock going bottom and Lena going top.
Okay, so I think it's a 3 clock with a 5 tide, I believe. And Clock's going bottom for a gank, and then he's going to go up top. Is my theory.
All right. Yes.
Either that or it's a 3 tide.
I didn't even noticed that. No, QSS is their 5 player.
Yeah.
QSS is their captain in 5, and looking at his items, I think you're right. He went Gush first as well, so I think that is definitely their 5.
I mean, it's a good setup. They could easily catch out this Timber. It's only level 1, so.
Although the ward already here is scouting the movements.
Indeed.
Lena up here by herself. So I think she's probably the 4 then. Blightstone first on the Void Spirit. I like this a lot. You want to secure that early CS and harass. Blightstone is a cheap way of providing that. And I think if you're going to go maybe later into a Deso build like some players do, also can transition there if you want it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a stun.
Oh, yeah.
Up top.
We got another stun. I mean, Bulljax is in deep, but he should be okay. He has a friend. Oh, they might actually kill the Lena. They're not gonna get the bounties as a result.
So,
and that's actually gonna be 4 bounties for Law. I don't know if that's.
Here's something I'm going to point out actually. That I should. This is my failure now. The Law. Clam is their 3 player. On the Lena. So this is a 3 Lena.
I feel very poor about that. I don't like 3.
Can I change my prediction?
Is this a solo Lena too? No,
This
they've got to be rotating
after a kill, maybe
clock up or something. But man,
this seems awkward as hell. I don't know.
I mean, Lena can fight the Venge, but the problem is oh, they do kill the Timber. Okay. I missed that.
I think if they kill the Timber, I think you want to rotate the clock up now.
I don't think they are. Oh, they're gonna kill Rubik too.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
No escape. Well, the boots make him quick though. Or are they gonna dive? That's a mistake, I think.
Well,
he lives and he
so now he has to go back to base.
So
I don't know if that's worthwhile. Because he goes back to base. I mean, I guess he can go top now, but it's a lot of wasted time. I don't know if the dive was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, this is more time that Lena's just not going to get anything. Does have level 2 now, but...
Although, Lena is scrounging up a fair amount from the polls. Not as much as Lifestealer by any means.
And she has 2 CS. So,
okay, but sure, her XP-wise, I was stating.
Yeah. She's getting an XP. Clockwork is going up top. Meanwhile, they almost killed the Tide.
Yeah. Mid lane, CS-wise, pretty tied up, although Void Spirit having a lot more denies.
Void Spirit is standing out with the Flux. That's not what you want to be doing.
Although if he got closer, I think he probably dies there.
Yeah. So yeah, now Clockwork's here to give a lane back to Lena. But
is it quick enough though?
It's gonna be tough, you know.
Oh,
a big deny.
So when you use your spell to get the range creep and it still gets denied, that's like the worst feeling in the world.
Oh yeah.
Bottom lane, currently,
I mean,
CK by himself going to die?
In trouble. 1 second. The Q's not gonna be
he'll be good.
He lives.
But mid lane.
Oh, Tide come gank! And they get the kill.
Look at that. Alright, in the end, a worthwhile trade. Because CK is able to live.
And I'm just worried, like, my concern is that it's going okay right now for the side of Radiant. But what happens when Fume is level 5 and the Timber's level 5 and they both can sit in lane and be unkillable? That's my
You're not wrong. Because if you look at the CS, due to these awkward rotations in starting lanes, in my opinion, they had the kills, but both Jax and Fume sitting far ahead on the CS charts.
Tide is just sitting mid, by the way. At least he was. He was still mid. Like... And now CK's going top!
What's... Alright,
he can't lane against the Timbersaw.
No, I think they have to get a kill here to make this worthwhile, though.
Yeah, but they're probably only going to find Bulljax. It's going to be really hard to get a kill on the Fume.
And they're sitting here right now. They're not too... Oh, and the range creep.
Range creep spots the gank, and now they're hitting this man. And that's going to be a dead Tide.
And CK can't just walk away.
CK doesn't have an easier time in this lane. They do lose the Void Spirit as well mid.
Alright, real quick, after a few good early kills, real quickly now, Nebula striking back and creeping head as well at the same time in CS.
And look! Tide there, Timber, he's not even level 5, and he can just sit here, man. What are they going to do? Kill him?
Lina can't kill him.
Up top, they're killing Tide again. He just TP'd back. Man's dead. He has to leave.
And he doesn't have Kraken Shell yet, so they can't purge that open wounds either.
Yeah, that's going to be probably a 2 for 2 on bounties, it looks like.
So, something I did notice the side of Law's draft. Oh, wait, we have something going on.
Oh, yeah, we got a gank onto the... Well, not a gank. It's not a gank if you teleport in your own hero, but good damage.
You ganked yourself, I suppose.
So something that... Look at Clockwork. Clockwork's coming in. He's on the wrap. He's going away. He's decided not.
So other thing, something I noticed about the Law and their draft so far in League of Lads is they don't have a lot of consistency so far, other than like a few support heroes. I think they pick CK twice. They pick a lot of weird stuff. I don't know if they're just trying to try stuff out, or they're just trying to experiment with, just experiment in general. Which has worked out for them so far. They're 3-1, but I don't know. Nebula has been a strong team in the games we've seen of them so far. Maybe not the type of team you want to do experiment against.
Yeah, man. Just looking the Port Radiant behind on levels. Tidehunter and CK are forced to jungle the Ancients. Meanwhile, Fume's free farming.
And mid lane, Yazan here almost takes a tumble on the Void Spirit. TP's to his own tower from the rune.
Oh, they're trying to go onto Timbersaw. He's level 5, so he's taking no damage.
Literally no damage.
Oh, look at this.
Have a kill?
I don't think we have a kill. That's a level 3 Tide. Oh, he just TP's home. Won't make it.
There we go.
So we do have a kill. Oh, and mid.
He
wants Colonel Squid. But he's not going to get him. Oh, will he be gotten? Oh, the ghost? Who's going to die first? The Squid will die. But Venge is here. Venge doesn't want to pop the stun. The Dissimulate is up. He's going to get out.
But he's going to keep... Oh, no, stop chasing. Bottom lane, Timber is now 6. And I don't know if there's... Now there's kill potential on the Lina.
Yep.
Not only can she not kill him, he can threaten her very easily.
Yeah, and this is a tier 1 tower that's going to fall, basically. Because, oh, wait, unless he doesn't tank it. He needs to get back in there. Oh, the glyph.
He's making her tank the creeps.
He's got to deal with that catapult, but... I'm surprised that he's not standing under the tower to tank it.
I don't know if he wants to take the tower very quickly, because when you take that tower really quickly, then all of a sudden, you have to farm deeper, right?
I guess.
So at this phase of the game, until you get like your pipe, or at least your hood, maybe you just sit here and pull the creeps into the camps, and just... What are they going to do to stop you to farm?
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, a broom handle.
Very
now
good.
He can
Not really
slightly more damage. The butt in the mid lane. There's a haste on the Void Spirit, which will get him out. But he was in a lot of risk. Oh, what a foolish maneuver, Void Spirit. And he goes back in again. There's no Ravage. That Tide has nothing. He's level 3.
Meanwhile, during all of this, 60 and 20 on the lifestealer at 8.5 minutes.
Damn,
that's what I was talking unopposed.
About. He just his lane is just his. Oh, mid though. Colonel Squid. I don't know how this happened, but he died to the clock. Huh.
Alright, another thing I would like to point out, though, let's start with the Blightstone. He doesn't have to go for the Deso, but
well, you're not going to have time because they're ganking again on the Rubik. They do get a stun onto the Void Spirit. It is a little bit risky of a dive, and they're going to elect not to. Bench has level 5, so no swap. Alright, you get another attempt to say something before action comes back.
No, I don't know if he wanted to go for the Deso with the Blightstone, but with the Phase Boots and the Blightstone, it makes me think he might want to go for the Deso, but I don't know how I feel about the Deso into this team on the Void Spirit either.
Oh, dude, that's a jelly for Dire. Let's see who's gonna get it.
Does Lifestealer take one?
Yeah, I think so. If you're the carry player and you pick up a jelly, you always take one, and you say, "Who? Hey, who wants it?" He doesn't.
He gives it to his team.
Oh, down bottom. He gave it to the Timber.
And the Arc Ward.
Which we'll say gave him the mana to kill the Lina.
Oh, so that was team... He gave it to his other 2 lanes. Alright. This is actually something I see from some carry players who get some of these items. And not just items, but space on the map sometimes.
Oh, never mind. It was just the illusion.
I think it's just a philosophy for some carry players I like to see. Because you think NA carry player, and you think, oh, me farm, me carry. You know, doesn't care about anyone else. But these carry players who are willing to, you know, give stuff to their teammates and sacrifice, or not like just not take the full of it, not sacrifice themselves, but almost give some of the advantage they built to their team in the early game. I think works out for a lot of them.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Makes space for them. Also, CK using his ultimate to farm, and bottom lane tier 1 goes down for Nebula.
This
is not looking good. This is not looking good for the side of Radiant right now.
Fume just gets inside that creep. It is going to go down, but... Oh, they're rotating everyone. No.
Oh!
They'll get him. That's the combo of stuns.
That's true. He was looking to maybe range, but he
Void
went
Spirit, though. He's in trouble. There's a swap on the Venge. Will she get the range? Indeed! The lift.
There we go.
Still probably a bigger kill for the Radiant.
Oh, I think a lot, because this time Lifestealer's not farming. Lifestealer's far more ahead than the Void Spirit right now. But still a good kill for the side of Nebula. They got something out of it. And now Timber has set himself up in the other lane to get a tower. And once again, what do you do if you're Nebula?
This is just the Timber special, you know? In games like these, you just put yourself in a lane, and you just say, yeah, I'm a Timber. Look at this Fortify. It does literally nothing.
So we have 2 heroes smoked on the side of Radiant, by the way.
They're going for a kill on Lina.
But the CK walked through a ward, though.
Oh, the Ravage on the poor Lifestealer. I mean, he has his armlet. He should have his Q, but no. That's what I was talking about with that stun lock for him. And they're going to lose the Rubik as well. Bulljax, though. He's out.
Look at that. That was really close. He was, I think, very close to getting that rage off. But, unfortunately, a lot of damage. The right crits coming in for CK with the stun lock, and they get a kill. That's what you want to see. Although, Timber does get the other tower during that.
Still, though, this is pushing back the Lifestealer. And, I mean, that's the thing, right? That's what I was talking about. Is that chain control starting from the Clockwork, or in that case, the Ravage, is just very hard for Lifestealer to deal with.
And Tide just queuing up a blink now. I don't think they're going to kill Timber here.
Nope. The Timber show moves to the mid lane. Look, Jack's attack over here.
I think you commit though at this point. You can't let it. You don't just let him just take your mid tower.
Yeah, but you don't have a Ravage, and he has a team behind him.
It will be hard. But he's taking damage.
They get gone by the clock. The swap is there. So it's going to come out, and he's going to get out. Bulljax may go down, but they're going to get the clock out of it. And meanwhile, the Tide in a lot of trouble. Only one illusion for the poor CK. And they're going to kill Lina. That's the thing. Without the Ravage, it's really hard to go into this Timber.
No, you're right.
He has a lot of HP from all these.
It's a full pipe. Oh my goodness. This full pipe combined with now 24 stacks on the reactor. What talent did he take? He took the health talent too at level 10. Sitting on 1500 health.
He's a tanky boy. And my question is, do you think Radiant, or Dire, excuse me, do you think they just fucking walk down a lane? The answer is no. They rotate into the jungle.
I think they know the Ravage will come up soon again, and it's 24 seconds. I think that's a little too overconfident at this point. You want to just take the advantage you're getting. Use the advantage that Jax is making, and let Lifestealer farm some more.
Lifestealer DD, he's going to have that halberd soon. That's going to be a strong pickup this game for all the control on the side of Radiant.
Yes, it'll allow them to survive a little bit longer with the evasion, the status resistance, the lifesteal amplification, also very good. The active, well, not as great against the CK usually, but with all the clear they have, probably better than usually.
I'm not sure if he's going for a full halberd, actually. It just looks like the Sange at this point.
He did have a halberd queued up earlier, but maybe he's wondering between that and the Sange and Yasha. Yeah, maybe he's waiting.
And look, dude, Dire are doing it.
This I think is okay. They have vision here on the high ground. Very good, although blocked by these trees on that side.
Yeah, but they know about the smoke. They are going to get a good hook instantly. They're going to swap out Colonel Squid, but it doesn't matter because he gets pulled in by a remnant. And Timber's here dealing damage. This could actually still go okay for Dire. There's not a lot to stop the Timber. They used everything. Timber could just go. He shows no fear. Rubik, meanwhile, is walking up. Oh, he might be in trouble. No, has a stolen LSA. Is still getting gone on. Steals the Astral Step. And look at Timber. Timber's still going. Clips the Lina. He wants that Lina bad. You can tell. He has another chain. Isn't going to use it.
But look at this! The side of Dire is TPing back in!
Yeah, Dire says, alright, round 2, boys. Clockwork's TP'd in. They know about it, too. Will he be able to get out?
Oh,
he puts up the cons, gets stunned. Oh, he had the hook. He's trying to get out. He gets out to the creep, but Dire's waiting.
See, that fight was about as good as it could get for the Law. But it didn't matter because once they used everything, they burst in the Lifestealer and the Arc Ward using all their spells. But then you have no spells to kill Jax.
Yeah, Jax attack sitting there. It being a
Timbersaw. Oh no, he's going for a Lotus now.
Yeah. It looks like Lifestealer decides, yes, I will go for a Halberd. Just fine, I guess. Go. I feel like this game I'd rather go for a Sange and Yasha because
no, I actually like that.
Doesn't feel great against CK.
Well, but CK is not here. Does not like to build MKB, and if he does, he wants to build it really late. So who's gonna have anything to deal with the evasion on the side of Radiant?
Well, he's also the only one that's right-clicking him.
Yes, but
well, Rubik's trying to defend top. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh no, Venge comes, and they're trading a tier 1 slow push for possibly a tier 2, but not happening.
But what I mean is, he's the only hero right-clicking Lifestealer, and then he doesn't want to right-click Lifestealer because of the evasion. I don't know.
You know, that's fair. How's Arc Warden doing? He's got his Midas, is slowly getting to that Maelstrom. Feels a little slow. Definitely
does feel slow,
but
doesn't matter. The Jax show is on the road. He went for the Vanguard now with the pipe and going back for the Lotus now too. Oh, he's gonna have so much armor and so much regen on this hero.
That Lotus, that's gonna do a lot. That's CK stun, that's Laguna, that's Gush. So
oh
only
wait,
3
we got
spells.
some going on here.
I think they're just posturing. I don't think a fight's actually gonna happen until they commit onto the Timber, which you know what they're trying to do. But look at Bulljax. Bulljax is waiting. He's saying, "I'm ready for the swap," and Jax attack. Man's not even taking damage.
Lina not even coming this fight right now. Trying to split push here. realizing that even with her Laguna, probably not even a one fight.
How do you stop this, man?
Although she can get a tier 1 out of this, I mean, I think that's the best trade they can get right now.
Maybe. Oh, the illusion comes in from Colonel Squid. They're actually using quite a bit on it. And they will pop it. Oh, meanwhile, Rubik has an astral step. Look at this. Timbersaw just walks in and he says, "Fine, you want to fight? Fight me!" And Radiant immediately decides, maybe that's a bad idea.
Maybe they don't want to fight anymore.
Maybe we don't do that. Man, Lena trying to push top. Oh, they do get the pull on the Squid. Could be in danger, gets swapped out. They're gonna take out Bulljax. But his job is done. The Lifestealer comes out at a poor time. Gets the Courier, though. And Void Spirit's forced to run away. They are going to finally take down Squid and the Rubik. Now it's just the Lifestealer and the Timber. Oh, they get the clock with the damage. And even though it's just those two, what can they do? Meanwhile, Lena pushing tier 2.
Yeah, Rubik TP'd up to stop her. And it did not work out for him.
Ah, I see. Well, look at this. 2 versus 3. And there, no fear. Right before the high ground, challenging Radiant.
Lifestealer going in Abyssal Blade next. I like this. They do lack a little bit of lockdown on the side of Dire. That is something they lack. They have a lot of damage, but other than Venge done and Rubik lift.
Oh, Void Spirit, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, Void baby. Is gonna zip out. Does have that Aghanimps. Is the swap gonna come out?
Oh, so
not
close.
quite. But now, Venge! Bulljax! Your greed will be punished. Oh, swaps herself out, then gets hookshotted. Now it's Radiant versus Timbersaw.
This time, if they're gonna get him, this is the time they would get him. But
well, I don't think they are. As look, Fube's here chasing them away.
Fube needs to be careful.
He is quick. 550. Oh, he has a haste. That explains it. I thought he was fast. Look. What can
Shadow Blade on CK?
No, I like it because he can go up and he can press W on someone, and then he'll get the illusions in. Oh, look, Jax has brought the creep wave. He wants those stacks.
Arcward getting double bashed by Roche right in front of Radiant. They would have maybe gone on him, but then Jax was sitting there in between them and dissuading them from going on his mid laner.
Now Jax can just tank it. And what can Radiant do? There's no Ravage for 20 seconds. This is a very slow Roche, even with the minus armor.
I don't know if we noticed, but Scepter on the Void Spirit, that could be pretty big against the side of Dire.
It looks like he wants to go in. It's gonna be tough. They're setting up. The Clockwork's in position for a big hook.
This could be a turnaround right here for Radiant.
They have vision into the pit. There is an invis on Slendy. He will eliminate the Arc Warden. The Clockwork hook comes in. Lifestealer also eliminated. Venge, meanwhile, on the backlines gets eliminated as well. And now it is this finally going to be the death of the Timber. It is the powerful Silver Edge. And that's going to be a Roche for Radiant. That's the Shadow Blade. It's for the Silver Edge.
Yes, and with the Silver Edge now, I think you start having some problems with the Timbersaw show is in danger now. And by the way, he has switched from the Lotus into a Bloodstone.
That's right, Bloodstone, not Octarine. Which is going to be problematic for him now, because before he was unkillable. Now, very killable.
Yeah. CK showing that once all those reactor stats go away, you're not so scary to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
He's going AC next on CK. Interesting. I suppose that actually works. Very good against the
armor to all your illusions, reduces the enemy armor, it gives you attack speed, which gives you more crit proc chances. Overall, it's a solid item. Oh man, look at his attack speed already. Obviously, I think you lose some attack speed, right? And you go full AC.
No, I think just some of it's transferred into the aura.
Oh, yes. You are correct.
That's my job. Alright, what do we got here? Arc Warden, I'm gonna be honest, Arc Warden, his progression, considering their start, is feeling a little slow this game. Actually, yeah, a little slow.
That's pretty slow. He still doesn't have bots on the hero.
And he's got the Mjolnir maybe queued up first. Although I think the problem is he's gonna need a defensive item soon as well, but you don't want to do that yet. You know?
He needs more moolah on this Arc Warden, for sure.
Yes. Bottom lane though, shoving in for the side of Radiant, or sorry, Dire.
Yeah, but
So
top
at
lane.
some point,
They're
top
setting
lane a
up.
more immediate threat though.
They want this fight. There's
Oh,
no
CK.
blink on the Rubik, so it's gonna be difficult to get that Ravage. But they're choosing to back because this is lane maintenance. The Arc Warden is pushing. The Timber is pushing, and Tide and CK must rotate home.
This is something we actually remember. If you remember, this is something Nebula is very good at last series. We
Oh,
watched. One of the games.
They found Jax, though. They're hunting.
Oh no.
I don't think they're going to be able to catch him. They're trying, though. Oh, he gets out of range of the Remnant. Still hunting, but they give up now. Carry on.
If remember, in other series we've watched, this is something Nebula is very good at. Even in games they were starting to lose, very good at maintaining their lanes, leading to victories where maybe they shouldn't have had them to begin with. So I'm not surprised at all that Nebula is very good at just shoving out the lanes.
Jax is in trouble, maybe.
Oh,
Nope.
and top
Gets
Rubik's in
canceled, but
trouble.
Rubik is definitely in trouble. Gets swapped out and saved by Bulljax. There is an Astral Step, but it won't save him as the team rotates. And the hook shot. They're not letting Venge get away.
And just as
Will
they
they
start
let the
singing
illusion
their
No! Big stun.
as they start singing their praises about their ability to keep their lanes shoved out, I have cursed them.
Classic
It's true here as well.
Curse.
But their lanes are shoved out enough to where by the time the waves arrive, both heroes will be back up. So, not the end of the world.
Colonel Squid does go the full Mjolnir before the bots.
That is an interesting build here. With the lane maintenance they need right now, I don't know if that's the build. But, who am I to judge? Perhaps the magic damage and the attack speed will be very valuable against some of these heroes here, especially the CK. The Mjolnir will be good.
Oh, they found Colonel
Oh,
Squid.
Colonel Squid outside the base right
there's
now.
a swap available. There's no way that they're going to catch him. Unless they dive tier freeze. He's pretty safe. Meanwhile, the top tower.
And here we do have the classic Arc Warden. CK Illusions doing some damage to the tier 3 mid, but that magnetic field preventing any damage coming in.
He got Jax. He got the courier. I don't know about staying to farm though, buddy. Oh wait, never mind. Void Spirit decided to TP. They might catch him now when he gets the bounty. He cancels the TP. You get the silence. They're hunting Jax, but this will be a long road, I believe. The break is there, but honestly, a bit poorly timed. The clockwork hook hits the small camp.
The Fell Spirit saving his life. That's their name, by the way.
Oh yes, I always just called them Ghost Mama and Ghost Babies.
The Fell Spirit and Ghost. The Fell Spirit taking the hook shot. Obviously a double agent for Dire.
Oh, Aegis has popped.
See, they've waited out the Aegis with their lane maintenance.
And CK was hunting that courier pretty desperately. Didn't get it.
Bottom
And
lane.
there's the smoke.
Yeah.
Dire responded. They
know the Aegis is up.
And that is a very dead Lina, I think. Unless they don't get her. They use an interesting gank method onto a full HP lifestealer. Doesn't work out for them.
That is what right there is what we call the intimidation gank. He's just making sure that he knows that he's there. Although it doesn't work out for him because Lifestealer's friends are also there.
Yeah.
Lina going for... Oh, go ahead.
I'll be honest, this late bots, I'm super not a fan of. I feel like he could have been getting a lot more done on this Arc Warden. He went Maelstrom bots. But he has it now. So he can finally start to push.
The Hurricane Pike? What do you think about the Hurricane Pike here? I think with the clock on the other side, it makes sense. Also, you can save yourself even if you're stunned with the other Arc Warden Force Staff.
Yeah, you know, you got the Force Staff. Now, this is the thing, right? Is that, well, I say this is the thing.
Oh.
Now that Arc Warden has those bots, he can easily force back members of Radiant. So it's kind of like the swing that we saw from the CK Silver Edge is now kind of swinging back the other way with that Arc Warden.
Yes. Although you do see this CK instantly killing the Arc Warden illusion. That's 240 gold. They provide quite a bit of gold. So he needs to be careful with them.
I didn't realize it scaled with levels.
Yes, max of 300. Many games have been come back that I've watched from an Arc Warden feeding too many illusions in a row.
Well, look, see, now he's pushing out bottom, and he's gonna kill off
here we go.
a wave, maybe two.
His spirits might hit the second wave.
But still, he's out there. He's pushing. Bottom's getting pressured, and if Radiant aren't careful, they could take damage. Yeah, they're looking, but they're not finding. Oh, but they do find a Rubik. Poor Silverpike, unsure what he was doing out there.
I don't know. I did not see him get out there. That's my bad.
But he will die. But I don't know. It feels like the cost is relatively low. That was a lot of time they wasted that Radiant wasn't pushing. I mean, obviously you don't want to die, and he is worth a surprising amount of money, but could have been much worse for them. Oh, and the illusion
taking the haste
takes the
as well.
haste. Oh, they are going to go on it, but it's going to pop.
There we go, no gold. Lifestealer pushing out top. Bottom lane still not dealt with.
Yeah, and I think probably in about 13 seconds we'll see an Arc Warden go push it. Although CK will head that way and intercept beforehand, so never mind.
Quickening Charm. Oh wait, that's for Radiant there. We haven't talked about neutral items in a while.
Yeah, we can take a look. Where are we starting? Radiant or Dire?
Left to right. Titan Sliver on the CK. That makes sense. It's honestly a very good item. Makes him tankier, makes him do more damage because he does a lot of base damage. Helps his illusions. Very good. Tide, Nether Shawl. I guess he's kind of the pos 5, so he gets what he can get.
Yep. Nether Shawl, not bad.
No, the magic is this good, especially against the Timber. Very good.
That is more minus armor on him. But we have to interrupt that because Dire's smoking.
Oh, well, here we go.
They're looking. They're not going to find shit, unfortunately.
And you know what? Radiant getting the lanes a little bit better where they want them.
Yeah, but here comes the Colonel Squid illusion to
here we go.
Bit of a push. Exciting.
Are they really illusions though? Oh no, he gets caught.
That's 300 gold now.
And some downtime with no clone pushing. Slendy coming up with that Echo Saber Shadowblade combo that is now the Silver Edge.
They're looking at Timber. Resist the urge to get the last hit. Oh. Sheever has taken over QSS's computer, it would seem.
But he's been hacked.
Oh, yes. and look at Dire. Look at Dire. Immediate TP, smoke, no Ravage. This is our moment. A beautiful play.
I like to see this. This is confidence right here. They see the Ravage down and they know this is their time. They're not going to waste any time and give Dire any time or Radiant any time.
And they see CK. Regroup. They know he's taken the. They know he's taken the outpost. They're
this
moving
could be
in.
huge.
It has to be a lead from Venge. Is the only thing. Oh, Slendy pops the invis. They're probably not going to catch him. This is going to turn into nothing.
Maybe. We have an Arc Warden illusion pushing bottom at the same time, though.
Radiance decided to do the counterplay. Timber isn't going to get broken, but they are going to immediately lose the Venge. Meanwhile, though, Lifestealer is going onto the Void Spirit. They're going to deal a lot of damage, but they've lost their Timber. What are they going to do? And they get Colonel Squid on the TP out. And they get Lifestealer. I don't even know how they got him. But
it's a
unlikely
catastrophe.
that they're going to be able to push. Because they do have to go save bottom. Although now it's saved, they're going to go into Roche instead. Is just fine.
An unfortunate turn of events for the side of Dire. Even with the Ravage down, Lost seeming a lot stronger. And this CK, we doubted. We've got a CK twice so far in the series we've cast, and both times, the CK has showed up.
Yeah, I mean, that fight too, though, it came down to a pretty awkward fight for Dire.
It was a very awkward engagement.
It wasn't just the CK. Like, the Venge got caught on the low ground, then the teams got split up. There wasn't a bash from the Lifestealer.
Scepter coming out for Lina. Very dangerous for Lifestealer now.
It's a lot of damage. But now, Arc Warden has to push out top.
This is what he will do.
And unfortunately, you know, Arc Warden's just felt very behind this whole game.
Yes, doesn't even have his Hurricane Pike yet.
Despite a pretty okay start to the lane, I feel. I mean, he got the kill, but he just can't quite, Ooh, he buys out the Force Staff. This is dangerous. There is a buyback on the Lifestealer, and he's gonna need it, because he gets obliterated, and then a Ravage, all of Dire's getting obliterated, Rubik's down, 2 buybacks instantly come out, Timbersaw goes down, he also didn't have a buyback, Colonel Squid has to run, gets stunned, gets ulted with the Astral Step, and now it's a 2v5 with an Aegis and Cheese, and I don't know how they're gonna do it. They're trying to stop the Void Spirit with that fort, maybe get a cheek kill, but he just assimilates out. Pops the Cheese, full HP, they go onto the bot back Lifestealer, instantly deceased, it's just a Rubik, and GG is called. How quickly it falls apart!
I think the side of the law just recognized their strength, and have if they could get in quickly on top of the Lifestealer and or hex him up, I don't think the Timbersaw was much of a problem anymore. And that Silver Edge pickup, you know, huge on the side of CK, removed that Timbersaw problem, and it felt once the Timbersaw problem was removed from the side of Nebula, they didn't have much. The Lifestealer felt like a hero that couldn't handle the enemy team very well, and Arc Ward just never felt there all game. He he held the lanes, but every time there was a fight, it just didn't feel like he was present.
Yeah, and he couldn't even split push for the first 30 minutes or so. They didn't have the travels.
I'm not an Arc Warden player by any means, but I do feel maybe if he goes the bots earlier, that it's slightly different. He's able to split push earlier before the side of the law have ways of dealing with the split push as well. Maybe it changes the game. But not much we can do about that because the game is over now, and we are into game 2.
And we're into our second casting slot. I'll let you do maybe a bit more anal cis, as it were, as I take a drink of water.
Ah, I see. All right. So, I mean, we can talk about the history of these teams while we have a moment then. If we look at the history of these teams, both fairly new. The season's young here. Season 5 of League of Lads. But
yeah, so according to the standings, right now, the Law are 2-0-1. They've won 2 games and tied 1. Meanwhile, Nebula have won both their games, so this will be their first tie or lower.
Yes. And side of Nebula, overall in terms, not series, but in terms of matches so far, Nebula is now, they were 4-1, they are now 4-2, and the Law
Nebula,
is
they
now,
should be 4-0 this season.
They lost their first game against Marty Chang Slayers.
Okay, maybe that's just not in the standings for some reason.
According to Dodobuff, it was, I can send you the link to the match. Here you go.
Well, that might have been from well, I don't know. I'm unsure.
It was a day ago.
Wait, it was a day ago.
according to Dota.
Then it was probably a scrim or something.
Maybe
yeah,
it was
according
okay.
to the standings, Nebula is 4 map wins for a total of 2.
You're right. Okay, you're right. It appears that it was a scrim just ticketed under League of Lads.
Yeah, I would
My
recommend going off of
apologies.
those standings instead of the Dota buff. There's a channel for it. It looks like they are in a group.
The Dota buff's got the hot stats. They do? Looking here. The law.
Oh, the Aegis has expired. I never actually quit out of the game.
Oh.
So, I heard the Aegis expired.
And the law here.
Right. Boomer bladders, guys.
Are you going in the restroom now?
No, they're talking about that in the lobby chat.
Boomer bladders, very good. Very good. One thing I noticed is that Nebula did not hesitate to ban the techies last time because the law has picked techies twice so far, and I really want to see a techies. I'd like to see that.
But listen, here's all I'm gonna say. Bulljax wasn't on the Witch Doctor. The man makes hero plays on that Witch Doctor.
Yeah, Bulljax is very bold, very confident in that Witch Doctor. No surprise that even counting their scrim and their other games, they pick Witch Doctor quite a bit. Usually, if he's available, they're picking him up. Although they did run a Oracle recently, which was interesting. It did work out for them. The Oracle was with a Sven, Windranger, and Tinker core. Not cores you often think about with an Oracle. Although I think it's probably pretty good with the Sven. Is how the Sven works nowadays.
Well, all I'm saying, you just
want to put the man on the Witch Doctor. You just want to see Bulljax Witch Doctor every game.
I mean, I'm not saying that I just, desperately want to see Bulljax, clap on some kids for 30 minutes. But I do.
He has to show. He has to show mercy here. It's like asking to see Dindy Pudge every game here at Makuth. You can't see Dindy Pudge every game we watch Dindy. So we can't see Bulljax Witch Doctor every game.
Dude, I think we can. I think you're incorrect.
Okay, I apologize. Well, perhaps they do pick Witch Doctor a lot, and they tend to win with it. So maybe with this first game loss, we will see them go back to something reliable, play that Witch Doctor. And if they run the Witch Doctor, there's a high chance we see the Phoenix because they like that Witch Doctor Phoenix pairing on their support duo, offering a lot of team fight. The Death Ward on top of Supernova, very, very scary to fight into. But yeah. Overall, I think I was questioning. I will say I was questioning the Arc Warden play. I've seen Colonel Squid play a few times now, and he is never disappointed. He showed that he's a very highly skilled player, but he doesn't have any history with this team or in any competitive situation or in his competitive profile playing Arc Warden. And historically, his pub win rate on Arc Warden fairly low. So I was not surprised so much as them picking it, but also that early was a little odd to me.
Yeah, it was strange. He kind of seemed to win his lane or at least go even got a kill in it. But then it just never really transitioned into a position where he was doing a whole lot. And part of that is that it was so easy to go on him. But another part of that, again, that late bots pickup, he couldn't even split push until 5 minutes before the game ended.
Yeah, I think if he can do that, and it took a while to get the bots after the Mjolnir. I think if you pick that bots up 5 minutes, first, you have the bots maybe 15 minutes earlier than it came out probably, or at least 10, and then you have an extra 5 to 10 minutes of split push. I think you can stall the game a lot more, get a lot more farm, maybe not to take as many fights because the fights end up having to be a little awkward for Nebula.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're in game 2.
All right.
What do we got?
All right, I'm going to call it right now. First ban Tiny from Law, probably a first ban Doom or Tiny as well from Nebula if it's not. Techies, never mind. Techies is also first phase last time.
You're not gonna see it this
Tiny
time.
is there.
You're
There's
not
the
gonna
Tiny band
see
right
it
there.
This game. On
Doom or Sven, I
Nebula.
think, next phase from Nebula.
Probably a Doom
Unless there's
ban, if I had to imagine.
They seem to ban Doom pretty much. There's the Sven. Doom or Sven.
Oh, Doom's in the pool. Do Nebula pick it.
The wind.
Okay.
I like this hero. Clock, again, worked out very well for the law last time. So, wait, they had it last time, right? I'm not going crazy.
Yes, and their clock player
Yes.
is level 25 too, so...
Yes, that's right. Sorry, I'm making myself look bad here. All right. Wind, though, I like this wind pick first phase. Can flex into a few positions, although preferred. A lot of times I've noticed in the mid by many teams, but we've seen her in the 4 and 3 recently, too.
And there it is! The Bulljack's Witch Doctor! He's decided, last game, it ain't gonna happen again. I'm gonna be a slayer this game.
The gloves are off. No hold back now. You know, Bulljax is gonna show he know his team couldn't carry him last time, so he's gonna show them how to win the game now.
Yep, he's gonna say, alright, you guys tried to carry, now it's my turn to carry.
Odd enough to do.
How will Law counter it?
I'm surprised that Doom has made it through this far, because both teams like to ban Doom quite a bit. But maybe we'll see the Doom from Law. Not bad with the clockwork. Pretty good against the wind, in my opinion.
Doom's always good. He's just a solid hero, but no, Tide Hunter. They're scared of the Witch Doctor. They need long-range stun, so they have a hook shot and they have a Ravage.
Will we see the 5 Tide again? Because last game, it did look good at points. It looked bad at others, but overall, it worked out for them. Also, they could just flex it, so it gives them options. They've shown now that it can be the 5, so now it is in the back of Nebula's mind that this could be a 3 or 5 Tide. So, you have to keep that. Oh, Void ban again.
Void. Never gonna see him. Law bans the Arc Warden.
That's surprising to me. I don't feel like the Arc Warden was that scary last game. I don't know if you need to ban him, but they appear to think so. And if they don't want to play against it, maybe they shouldn't want to deal with the split push. Maybe they feel they could have ended a lot quicker and a lot cleaner if it weren't for the constant lanes being pushed out in the last 5 to 7 minutes. So they're just removing that option from the game.
Well, now it's time. Another hard carry, Spectre. And there, I was gonna say it! Surely there's got to be a Phoenix ban.
If Nebula has their Witch Doctor, you don't let them have their Phoenix.
Yep.
Their combo, they just run that combo way too much. They're far too proficient with it. And it's very, very scary to play into when they, not just normally, just on paper, but the way Nebula run it. So,
why I was a little surprised at the first pick win. They could have double picked the Wind and the Phoenix, or the Witch and the Phoenix, and had that combo, but instead...
This is a Bulljack strategy here. He's letting them use the ban, the Phoenix. Okay. CK ban, though. That's obviously a respect ban to an extent from the last game. Yeah. Realizing that, you know, they let the CK through because they saw the Tide, but realizing the Tide can be a 5, and the CK can be a 1 or a 3, just going to remove that CK. That CK was far too strong last game.
A Dazzle! Alright.
So Tide, most likely a 3, or a 5, or sorry, 3 this game. Although, I'd like to point out, as I stated, Law, from what I've seen in their match history, although not, you know, very vast yet, they run some weird drafts every game. It's something very different. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this Dazzle in a non-5 position. Although,
well,
probably
we've seen Dazzle 3. It's kind of fallen off as of late, but it's a thing. And a Batrider!
I like this hero here. This hero is very strong against the Tide and the Dazzle. Not so much the Clockwork, but these other two heroes. Good. Ooh!
A Medusa.
I feel like, but isn't Bat, correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, Bat's very good against Medusa in lane. If you can get that lane matchup.
If you get the lane matchup, Bat can be very powerful. Bat also powerful against the other heroes. And the one thing with Clockwork is he can just fly out cogs. So
this is true. This is true. He will take that burn afterwards, though, but better than being stuck in there.
We'll see how Radiant responds. Medusa, a bit of a new hero, as we say. Haven't seen her being picked up in a long time. I love Medusa, but she feels too slow of a core right now. She really doesn't have much in the way of mid game.
No, she doesn't have any mid game. That's her problem. And she's gotten buffs like 3 or 4 times in a row. Very small buffs. Ice Frog probably being very careful, worried that if he buffs her a little too much, this hero will do what she has done in patches past and just dominate the entire meta. But the small buffs so far have not. You're right. Haven't seen like enough. She just doesn't come online, and when she does, it seems it's like it's too late.
Yeah, it's very hard. Cause even like a Spectre can be involved in the mid game, but Medusa wants to sit back and hit creeps until it's 50 minutes.
Yeah. Although if you get there with the Medusa, oh boy, I wouldn't want to be on the other team. She has that split shot with the mana shield. The mana shield functionally allowing her to get tanky from acquiring any stat. Armor from her agility, health from her strength, and the mana shield from her int, making her very durable and very...
A juggernaut!
Okay. Nebula, on the side of Nebula, this is... This is Fume's most played hero on the carry role in his competitive match history.
Oh, I always like Juggernaut. Solid mid game, solid late game, solid laning phase. Never really go wrong with a Juggernaut, I feel.
No. He's not the flashiest carrier at times, but he can be. He's very stable. He'll do his job. He'll carry if he gets a good game. Although, if they get into that late game, he's not great against the Medusa later on.
The only issue is this wind. They have to decide where it goes before they last pick, and gotta say, wind mid, very bipolar for me. Oftentimes I see it do nothing, oftentimes I see it obliterate games. And, I feel like when you're down a game, you don't want to take that risk.
No, and I think if you commit to the wind to mid, then the Law can commit the Medusa to mid. And Medusa doesn't really care about playing into a wind until she gets a Javelin, and even then rotations can save her.
It's tough to see.
The Mag ban, obviously they seem to be thinking it's an offlaner last for the side of Nebula. Mag is definitely a hero I would not want to play into with a Jug. The Jug Mag combo, very strong. With the Empower onto the Omni Slash into a good RP, you can obliterate heroes. And the Empower just giving him a natural farm ability that he maybe can delay or even skip that Battle Fury.
Yeah. It's a powerful combo, but I think they were looking at the mid with that Viper ban. Thought it was maybe a mid mag. So they're thinking it's a 4 Windrunner.
Interesting. And then a 3 Bat. Okay. But
we'll have to wait and see. Because we don't know. It could be a mid bat. Could be a mid wind.
Maybe it's a mid Bulljack Witch Doctor.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Okay, but a man can dream. Maybe one day.
But in 30 seconds, we'll maybe have found out. What do we got coming at us?
Come on.
We got an Alchemist!
Ooh! New hero! This is not a hero we've seen a lot of recently. The nerfs to his Grievel's Greed and to some of his other abilities and just the rate the game picks up. Also, I just feel like some of the heroes that are good right now are very good against Alchemist. Tearing through his low armor and weakness to magic damage.
But when you're playing into a Medusa, you can now expect the game to go late. And now, on the side of Radiant, they have 2.5 carries with that Jug and Wind. So,
yeah,
they do very well in the late game. Obviously, Tide quite powerful in the late game as well. We'll have to see how Dire's gonna respond to this. They do know probably. I mean, obviously they know it's going to be the Batrider in the offlane at this stage, and they know it's going to be a Wind 4, so they're able to dodge that Medusa matchup with him. We'll see.
2.5 carries. We should pitch that sitcom. You know, maybe that would be something people would watch.
Is it? You think?
2.5 carries. It's like Juggernaut, Sven, and like.
Obviously, it's Windrunner. She's the half carry.
Yeah, so Windrunner, Sven, and Juggernaut, and you can like have like this rom-com aspect to it then too. Look at that! I've already it's already sold half the show.
HBO, hit us up. Last pick, Kunkka.
All right, Kunkka against the Alchemist. I like this. It's a hero that will actually lane against the Alchemist fairly well. Doesn't mind being in the melee matchup, and gets a lot more active, a lot quicker than the Alchemist. So you kind of have to play into the Kunkka strengths as well. And it is the 5 tide again, by the way. Yep. It is a 3 dazzle.
Oh, if our boy Gazelle were here, he'd be proud, but he's not. Unfortunate.
3 dazzle.
It's pretty good. It's a bit unorthodox, but the thing is you get those levels fast, and the CDR talent, the CDR ultimate is very powerful with those levels. And you can get a lot of strong items. The old build was Necro Books. I don't think we're going to see Necro Books.
Necro Books, especially into an Alchemist. You just want to give more units for him to farm.
Yeah.
My only worry is I don't know how strong the Dazzle is into the Juggernaut in lane. Maybe not hero he could bully as much.
Oh, especially with the Bulljacks behind him. One spin, like a bongo, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Coconut.
Coconut.
The coconut plus a spin plus a maledict. That's dangerous.
Yeah. I don't know if you really can get out of that. Although he will have the clockwork probably to back him up. Unless it's like last game. And we see them start with the tri-lane bot at first and just abandon the Dazzle for the first 3 waves.
Nebula,
which it did work out for them.
Nebula has 5 hero lives. Only 4 from Dire.
Clockwork. Come on, man. Come on, Mafus.
Gotta commit. Alright. Let's see. Ooh. Bulljacks is going top. Bulljacks, Silver Pike. They're going top. They want to get that set up.
See you later, nerds.
Right.
Let's do this.
Very interesting. But the 4 and the 5 moving top. Barrett are not far behind them. I don't know if they can get a kill with these heroes. Possibly, if they, maybe if Law makes a misplay. I don't know if these are heroes that can just outright go and take a kill with their starting abilities, though.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be tough. The Tide probably won't have Kraken Shell. With a combination of stickies and maybe an early Maledict and a good Shackle could happen.
One thing I do want to point out, though, is the Bat is playing into a Tide Medusa lane. After he gets a few levels, I don't know what these 2 heroes do against him.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Both heroes traditionally that are very weak against the Batrider. Although last game, we saw weak starting lanes to the side of the Law, and it didn't seem to matter.
Oh, look at this, though. Radiant setting up on the high ground. The Kunkka's walking up.
Into it. Oh, no. Kunkka.
Not like this! He gets maledicted. He's probably not gonna die, but he is going to take
a lot of
heck
damage.
of a lot of damage.
Half his health already down.
That's maybe enough to push a lane into Alchemist's favor.
Yeah. He's probably gonna have to eat a tango with the branch early, which
he does.
That's quite a bit of regen that he has to waste. It's not waste because it's not when you want to use it though.
Clockwork doesn't get the block that he wants, it looks like, so lane not gonna push as hard as it could. Alright, we're in the game!
Yeah. I think this mid lane is going to be mostly farming unless there's a rotation. And I think the rotation will only really come from Dire, so I don't know if it's going to be that much going on there. Top lane.
Yes.
Not much happening right now. I don't know if much will happen in top lane until we see a few levels on the Batrider. At that point, I think there's some kill potential.
Yeah.
I think any kills early will be in the bottom lane with the Bulljax, Witch Doctor, and the Fume Juggernaut.
I think a lot of these lanes are going to rely on like a level 3 timing to get kills. Bulljax wants that second point in Maledict, 2 points in Spin. You know, same Batrider wants the 2 points in Sticky. So they are putting some harass into him. Probably not a whole lot going to come out of it. Man, Wynn's forced to take Windrun early, so I don't know what Wynn thinks she's going to be doing. Well, meanwhile, though, in the mid lane, we've got a brawl, and it could go Squid's way. Is he going to... No! He gets cleaved. Oh, and that's unfortunate. He's going to miss a significant portion of this wave as well. Meanwhile, though, there's 7 stacks on this Medusa.
Oh,
And she gets shackled. That's just death. Yeah, very well said. Death from above. And they're trying to get the counter kill onto Jack's attack. Oh, the wand charges. They're going to get it. Is he going to get the wind as well? Probably not with the wind run up. They'll be able just to do a bit of harass. Although, QSS chooses to dive. Oh, no point in the power shot.
Unfortunate.
That. Well, he's coming back, though. Look at that.
Oh.
Wynn's going to have to press E.
There we go.
I'll return the favor.
Oh, they're trying to get the courier, but this is a dead clockwork.
Oh, most definitely.
Pop!
Here we see the power of this classic just Witch Doctor Juggernaut combo. The Maledict's on you, the Cask is on you, and unless you have some way of getting out real quickly, you're probably just dead in these early levels.
And then, you know, despite Colonel Squid taking that death, he's stacking his own jungle. So,
I'm sure we'll see some stats from his team soon, too.
Man, the wind run is so annoying in the lane
Oh, yeah.
to harass into.
And now this Medusa has to play scared a little bit. All it takes, there's 3 stacks now.
Yeah, and he's already saying, alright, it's time to farm. Creeps aren't cooperating. Oh, the cleave is actually just going to help him. Oh, but they want to stop it. They're trying. But it's not going to be enough.
I mean, it's kind of awkward to have to walk up in there when he's kind of sitting that far back.
Yeah.
Very hard to get in there on him.
Fox in position for something. Only level 3, so it could be tough.
The Tide did have to TP out top, by the way.
Oh,
so Medusa's been by herself for a while.
It was almost level 6, and then that gank becomes much more difficult.
Yes. He's going for those early treads with the Soul Ring. Be very tanky.
And they killed Medusa again.
Yep. Tide just now returning to lane. And because he had to TP out earlier, just as he's returning, he returns just in time to watch his carry die.
And Batrider might be in a spot of bother. Nope.
He'll be fine.
Meanwhile, Witch Doctor is forced to TP out by the Dazzle. And by TP out, I mean TP to the tier 1. Oh, but this could be bad. You've got an Alchemist on your team. You've got to secure these bounties.
There's going to be 4 bounties going the way... No, 3.
3,
going
but
the way of
that's still not what you want. And it looks like probably a kill. Ooh, a big torrent. That's a kill onto the Batrider. Meanwhile, Dazzle does go down. But still, that feels real bad. If you're on Radiant, especially if you're this Alchemist player and you don't get 2 bounties at least.
You just go team, and You just ping the bounty runes, you know? No. Maybe more of a pub experience, but
Oh, they're trying to go
very
on to win,
unfortunate.
but
But this might get turned around.
oh, one stack,
Thank you.
See you later.
two stack coming.
No points into the flame break yet, which is a little odd these days. We've been seeing a lot of early flame break points on Batriders.
Oh, and that was an unfortunate whiff by the Windrunner.
Oh
But-
no.
They're forced to TP in response. They might try and go on this Batrider, although it is going to be a little sus.
Mid lane playing a little footsie here between the Kunkka and the Alchemist.
Well, Alchemist isn't gonna care. He has his ultimate now, and they do kill the Dazzle down bottom with that Clockwork rotation. So man, it's just Juggernaut's free, and they're trying to go onto the Chemistry Man, but he jukes him.
Oh, look at that. That is some magic. He's breaking some ankles here, Colonel Squid. He's going to make up for last game. Last game, you know, he had a good start. Mid game was a little harder for him, but this game, he is going. Maybe he's going to just put this team on his back here with this Alchemist.
Tell you what,
13.
though, Juggernaut also pretty free. You know,
You're not wrong.
not too contested. Oh, they want that clock.
I think the
Fume
big
was
thing.
moving. Oh, Fume's
Oh.
still moving. And they're gonna maybe get him now. Fume has an ultimate. Oh, baits the cogs.
Oh, top
Medusa
lane.
dies again.
So top
Tide
lane,
loses his courier.
she had 5 stacks on her, and then she just got shackle shot and died to a power shot with all the massive damage from the Firefly.
That's how it is.
I think the big thing to note on Fume is maybe he hasn't as much CS as some of the mid laners right now, despite his free farm. He has 23 denies.
Yeah.
This showing in the fact he's level 7, and Clam on the offlane Dazzle is only level 4.
Look at this. Medusa's forced to go mid. No other option. As anything else is just death for her. Will
Bull Jax gets
not
the DD.
get the DD. Voljack says no.
Not in his house.
Doesn't have his ultimate yet, so he can't quite be the Slayer that we've seen from him
Oh,
before.
he's just gonna walk up right into this Medusa.
Oh my god. Puts down the sentry, says, try and fight Medusa. I ain't scared of you. What a hero. And look,
Knows.
even Wind has come mid to sap XP as Alchemist rotates into the jungle.
Bulljack's just inspiring his team to play more aggressive, walking at the Medusa, knowing there's little she can do without her supports
Oh, they
nearby.
see the clockwork.
Oh,
they know
no,
he's
clock-
there. They're gonna hit him with the cocoa nut. They're gonna hit him with the maledict. And look at this, Colonel Squid just farms up 2 cogs while he sits in range.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys get the kill.
a jelly.
I'll just do this.
One on the jug. He does take one this game. The other one going to the Alchemist. Not surprising. Meanwhile, Kunkka in trouble. Gets lassoed. Gets hit with that coconut.
Oh, he's
Gets
dead.
hit with that maledict. He's a dead man.
And we're seeing the power of these supports combo with this Batrider. I think a lot stronger than the offlane support combos last game for Nebula. Just, you can, especially against the heroes they're playing against.
Alright, now, will they get 2 of the 10-minute bounty runes? Very important. A keen optic. Bulljack says, give it to me. Instantly takes it on the courier. Actually doesn't. He's shipping other stuff. Oh,
Juggernaut hanging out.
look at how slow that courier is with the consumables. Courier's going 280. Oh, they're trying to go on the jug, but he'll get the bounties and he'll pop the Omni Slash. The damage being spread nicely,
no!
but there's a spin, and now you're trapped with them. That's not what you want. Kunkka TP's in, but it's not gonna matter. And that's 3 bounties for Radiant. Alchemist, a much happier man today.
Indeed he is. And also, meanwhile, Alchemist was double stacking 2 camps for himself. That's efficiency right there.
Jug just spins off that X mark. No way you're gonna do anything. Look at Batrider.
500 gold from
Rider
Radiance.
is hunting. There is a Ravage. It is available. Invis rune on him as well.
Oh no.
They're probably
could be
gonna
it.
pop the Ravage if I had to imagine. They're TPing in the Dazzle. Look at him run.
I
It's
think
gonna
they need
be.
to pop it
They're
a lot
gonna
earlier.
have to use it soon,
And nothing
or not.
will
They
happen.
choose to not engage.
That I think you had to use it a lot earlier, but maybe you just don't get the kill then.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Meanwhile, guess what's coming?
Radiance, yeah.
The Radiance is online at 11 minutes, so a very good
And there's a
time
stack.
on that.
Oh,
And
look
look,
at that.
look at Bulljax. He says, now I want to kill. Doesn't have the mana for the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. He's got the Maledict. There's a spin. Is the Ravage going to come out? No. Pops. Bulljax gets the kill. It starts escalating quickly in his power level.
Bulljack's not even reaching his final form yet, going for the Force Staff against the Clockwork, already preparing to deal with the enemy supports. Alchemist, by the way, going immediately into the BKB after the Radiance. Well,
I
maybe
like
not something we see often. I like it. It deals with a lot of the problems on the side of Radiant. All he has to worry about, or sorry, Dire. All he has to worry about then after that is the Medusa, and she won't be a problem for, 40 minutes.
Oh, and maybe longer as look at this ward spotting him out. Look who's
Oh
here.
no! No!
Not like this, as she's instantly shackled up, doesn't get killed by the Wild Wing. Oh, Bulljax, is he in trouble? No. He is the trouble, but he doesn't have mana for the ultimate, so Clockwork will be allowed to walk away.
He's being allowed to walk away.
Exactly.
We must note that. Bulljax is showing mercy to his enemies. Alright, what do we got here? Clockwork? Scouting out the Alchemist?
He does
Tapping
have a
XP.
hook on cooldown, so he can't really do much. Oh, Bulljax! Not gonna let this man live? Actually, he will, but gets the Maledict on him.
Wait a
Warns
second.
him. Know your place, he says.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
I'm waiting. It's been a second.
What is Kunkka building?
I don't know.
Assange.
But we have a fight. As poor Medusa, her mana has been burned. There could be a Ravage. It comes out. He does eat the Omni Slash. Oh, but look who's coming. It's Jax on the attack. Maybe a bit too deep,
Oh!
honestly. But no! Look who's here to assist. He still doesn't have the mana to pop his ultimate. He has it this whole game.
He's
But
been
look at the
operating at
damage.
0 mana.
Oh, Juggernaut is gonna get hit. He has another Binga Banga Bonga. Oh, Kunkka wants to leave the Congo, but he can't. Meanwhile, free kill for Squid in the mid lane.
This game quickly falling apart at the moment for the Law. And that was what I was saying. What is Kunkka building? I think he's building Assange, but he also has a quarterstaff in his inventory. I don't know if that's just a value quarterstaff pickup for just the damage and attack speed, or if he was planning on building an Echo Saber or a Mask of Madness at some point.
I'll
Or
be
maybe an
honest,
Orchid.
I don't know. But Alchemist is shipping his BKB. That is an item that I know.
And Rune's coming up in 30 seconds or so. Bat going back to the Blink. Not an item we see often on Bat these days anymore. Usually it treads, bots into, I can't speak, drums, yes. And BKB and items such as that.
Visibility.
Maybe a Force Staff here against the Clockwork, but the Blink. I guess he wants to isolate that Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good old Blink Dagger.
Diffusal
Oh
on
man,
the
look
jug.
at Bulljax. He's desperately trying to get mana. He wants to kill someone. And that is going to be at least 2 bounties again for Radiant. So overall that works out for them with that multiplier. They're getting 3 times as much gold.
Yep, and we just saw. Wait, am I still going on mid? Alright, nope.
No, there's
We just saw that Alchemist finish his BKB, and now over halfway to his AC now.
man, and just look at the net worth. This man is almost 10k ahead of Dire's top contributor, the Kunkka.
Wait, is he more than all 3 cores on Dire put together?
I don't think he is.
Almost.
He's getting there. And look, dude, they want to go. Look at Wind, look at Bat. They're in position. Even Bulljax is smoked up. Is he gonna go on this Kunkka? Is he gonna try and make the play? No, because they're too busy going on the Medusa. Medusa will pop the ult and they will turn around. Her Ravage is there. They're definitely gonna lose the Wind here, I think. Oh no, she pops a TP, doesn't get out almost. But Bat is too fast, too quick. Clockwork hooks no one.
Bottom lane, a tier 2 is taken during that. I think you're
Meanwhile,
willing
they
to...
take the tier 2.
For the ultimates used and only losing a Wind and getting a tier 2, I think that really opens up the Dire triangle here. Makes it harder for Medusa to farm it. And that's what you want to do against
Bulljack
Medusa.
spies the kill. Is he gonna go? Oh, considers, but no. Meanwhile, they're gonna kill the Medusa
dying.
anyways, and Jug looks for the clock, decides not to go too deep. The X isn't gonna do anything. Pops the boat just for the rum buff.
And this is what you want to do against the Medusa. You take her tier 2 towers, especially around this Dire, or along the triangle side. Eliminate her ability to farm. The only safe place is kind of over here, but not even really there. It's a very hard place. You should eliminate her space on the map, make it harder for her to farm. And it doesn't matter if she wins late, if she never gets there.
And Alchemist can now get his AC. Something interesting I want to point out. 2 bounty runes top are still there. No one has gone for them yet. Wind is going to run through the river. She's going to see one. And she'll get it.
Well,
We'll go back for the other one, having gotten that one. It looks like she will not.
Oh.
That's free
That
money.
rune might just sit there.
Oh, she's turning around.
Okay.
She's zeroing in on it.
Here we
The brain has made the connection. If one's there, the other's there. And bam! That's 4 bounties per Dire. And they're going to take this outpost.
She's going to stack Ancients and a camp. Okay, not the Ancients.
Only a camp.
She tried though. The effort was there.
Yeah. Problem is she went in reverse order. You got to pull this camp at 53, and you got to do a maneuver like this. And that's how you get it. Meanwhile, though,
circle being drawn by Bulljax onto the enemy triangle.
He wants to murder. Is Radiant gonna fortify? They should. They have one. It's free. They'll pop one. But they don't even TP. They look at the bigger objective. They say, the big man himself, it's time to get our own Aegis. Last game, they got the Aegises. This game, we get the Aegises. Clock will scout it out. Dire's committing for the tier 2, it looks like. It's going to be a hard push, honestly. The Fortify is available, and it's probably going to clear up most of the creep wave. Yeah, indeed it will. Dire forced to back off. Meanwhile, Batrider has vision of the Clockwork. Gets the Flame Break. It looks good. Juggernaut spins. Decides that... Oh! It eats the hook shot as well. Clock's going nowhere. He has a defusal on that Juggernaut now.
Yeah, that defusal came out a few minutes ago. I think a pretty good pickup. Although the mana burn not great later on against the Medusa, given how far ahead they are, I think very effective at just shutting her down further, making it to where she can't even fight even when she gets a few items.
And there's a full AC on the Alk, and he already has a Basher being shipped to him.
Oh my.
This man is farmed.
And yep, it's official. It looks like the Alchemist is sitting at the same net worth, if not slightly more, than all 3 of Dire's cores. This is not where you want to be against an Alchemist. You know he's going to be ahead, but when he's this ahead, you're having problems.
Oh,
although he's by himself.
Gets the first hit bash. Drops them. He has the BKB. Still decides he doesn't even need to pop it. He has an Aegis, of course. They're going to lose Kunkka. And that was what started as a 5v1, and now Medusa in trouble. The Ravage, though, is very good. Hits onto 3, but Medusa's got no damage. Bulljax is here, dropping the Death Ward. The Plague Ward, whatever it's called. It was Death Ward, I was right. Plague Ward is Venomancers. And Radiant is pushing. Oh, the GG! Oh, wow! What a GG! I thought they were gonna try and fight with the boat and the Medusa, but no.
No. The Alchemist, when he's lapping all 3 of your cores in net worth. Now they don't know that, but I'm sure these players with their
You
experience,
feel that, man.
You feel that. He's just the Alchemist, unstoppable at this point. I don't know how you kill him anymore, especially when you have an opportunity where he's by himself, and then what happens? Very quickly, his team is able to arrive. Batrider TPing in, Jug very fast, and walking from the other lane. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't
Can't
matter.
isolate him.
He's too powerful. Alright, well, I mean, that was just a case of Alchemist who's ahead in 3-1 lanes, so unless you got something more to say.
That's 3-1 lanes, win the game. I think what Nebula changed is they had some very strong heroes in the lane. The Bulljack's Wick Dodger making a huge difference, and I feel the off lane was able to do a lot on the side of Jax. I think what happened was Jax Timber both games he won his lane very handedly. I think the case was the hero was better for the game past the 15-minute mark or 20-minute mark this time. So once the Silver Age came out last time, you couldn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
I think against these heroes, Bat was a naturally just good hero against these heroes.
Yeah, that was a naturally good hero. The Alchemist had 1,000 GPM.
Yeah, the Alchemist having 1,000 GPM, even with missing the first bounties. Very huge. Yeah, I think that's it.
Alright. That'll wrap us up. We'll see you when we see you. Next week's matches haven't been announced, so I haven't scheduled anything, but we'll be back soon, for sure.
Yep.
For now, though, peace.